Hi, everybody. Good day to all of you, and welcome to Conversations with MM. This is Marivir Montebon once again here in New York, and hope everybody's doing well. Today it's January. It's kind of brutally cold, but we're surviving it and enjoying. Bundle yourselves up, guys, as the winter is still going through. It's a deep winter already coming up for us. So I hope all of you are doing well and enjoying our podcast so far this year. My special guest is a wonderful person, a Filipina, a Cebuana, somebody I'm so proud of because she is in the entertainment and teaching world. I'm talking no other than Miss Carla Mongado. She is a performer par excellence, I would say, and she is also a voice coach. And in fact, in our conversation a while ago, I said, "Can you be my voice coach?" And of course, she laughed, and it's okay. So anyway, so Carla, I'd like to welcome Carla. Hi, Carla. Welcome. Thank you for joining
Hi.
me today and for the very short notice. Now you agreed.
Yes, I'm so happy to be here. And that was quite a generous introduction.
Oh my gosh, like it's amazing that you are up and about this year for whatever comes in terms of the career in entertainment and teaching. So Carla, ladies and gentlemen, is from Dumaguete City, if I'm correct. Uh,
so I, sorry. So
go
I,
ahead.
I'm from Butuan City, but
Oh, Butuan.
yeah, I lived in Dumaguete for like 10 years. So it's still
Yes.
considered.
So it was there that you finished your degree in music,
hmm
major in piano and voice, correct?
Voice
Yes.
and Piano, yeah.
Yes. And Carla, ladies and gentlemen, we met at school in our graduate school, the HJ International Graduate School for Peace and Public Leadership. That's a mouthful, right? But it was a wonderful, it is a wonderful experience. I'm still going to school, Pamandiay. So Carla finished her master's in religious studies,
Yeah.
and she graduated with flying colors, which is typical, typical of Asians. Haha. I'm so biased, but it's true. So I'd like to, at this point, I'd congratulate Carla because she's like a very loved student at our school, which is in Manhattan, and she sings for us. She sings for us very during important occasions because she has a really wonderful voice. So, Carl, tell us how you are doing right now. I know you're teaching. I didn't even know you were teaching voice. First and foremost, I was just thinking that you are a budding performer here in the Big Apple. So tell us about your teaching work.
Yeah. Hi. So most of the people I think that I've been friends with here in New York, um,
Mhm.
most of them probably don't know that I had really my background is teaching. I
Mhm.
taught for so many years, about maybe 11 years now,
Mhm.
and uh, before I moved to New York, I was actually in Malaysia for a teaching job, and
Mhm.
I taught there for 6 years. Also have directed the school there for 6 years. So
Wow.
we started the school, and then it was just a uh, studio setup. So we
Mhm.
just had like maybe about 10 students at that time, and then I was very blessed to have like very very generous and very understanding uh, group of leaders in that company.
Mhm.
So they gave me a chance to like create and expand that space.
Wow.
Um, and yeah, so uh, until 2 years, or after 2 years
Mhm.
um, of teaching there, we were able to get about like maybe 300 students, um,
Wow.
like regular and active students, and we were also able to like get other teachers. So it really helped me to like not just like do teaching, but like learn about like the administrative work and just running the show and just running the school basically.
Wow. So
Um,
it took out the best in you, I guess.
yes, and then I was quite young at that time, so I did have a lot of advisors.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but it was just hard work. Like I remember, I most of my friends would get me out of the work because I would not stop working.
Oh
But
my goodness.
that was because like I really see through um, the school, and it's
Mhm.
like Malaysia is such a beautiful place. A lot of students, in the Philippines, we have after school, we have like different kinds of extracurricular
Mhm.
activities, right? But
Mhm.
they do have it in Malaysia, but then they're more focused on
On
academics
on
and not
music.
so much the arts. Yeah.
Okay.
So I felt, and I'm not talking about the entire Malaysia. I'm just talking about this little state called
Mhm.
Kuching. Um, and there's a lot of talents in there, but again, like they just go for music lessons, and they never really experience like performing whatever they learned in school. So
Wow.
that was that kind of like our mission, to provide like a stage for the kids to learn and to just enjoy the beautiful, you know the magic of theater. So yeah, and then we were able to have like the company was able to build as an auditorium for us to have like performance every year. um, and we were producing about three shows in a year, so that's quite a lot. Like three big
Yeah.
concerts a year.
So
um,
amazing, right? Like you were on your creative aspect, and you're also part of your leadership, organizing, and creativity being structured because you're doing some shows. And how who are your students? Are they the young ones or teenagers or what?
So it's really for all ages. So
Wow.
the youngest that I could remember was probably 5, and yeah,
Oh,
we put her in as the youngest in Sound of Music.
oh my gosh, how nice. I love that work. So this was after your college life, am I correct?
Yeah. So after about graduating, 2 years after graduating college, I also did a master's there in Silliman. I did
Mm-hmm.
choral conducting, and then yeah, I just had this opportunity, excuse me, to go build something there in Kuching, and then yeah,
So you thought this was really your calling, teaching?
I I know for sure that I will be performing. So
Ah,
that's
okay.
that's my first love, really, is to perform.
Let me show this picture then. This is you on stage at Silliman University production, right? So,
Yes.
as a
Um,
student, you were a student here, and you're already in the acting, world.
yeah, and my program in Silliman, so it's a vocal performance.
Mm-hmm.
So we it's very different with musical theater, where you have dancing, singing, and acting. This is a very intensive program for just vocal performances. So we did a lot of like classical music up until uh, um, art voice. I can't remember the term now, but
Uh-huh.
so because I was really in love with the theater, but there's no program at the time in Silliman.
I
Um,
see.
so I was just trying to audition for different plays, school plays. But that particular play,
Mm-hmm.
this was from In My Father's House, a scene
Mm-hmm.
with my in the show. Um, he's my father-in-law, and she's my this Miss Dessa
Mm-hmm.
Quesada mom. Uh, she's also a famous actress in the Philippines. So we were doing In My Father's House by Elsa Consuelo. Um, yeah,
I
this was
understand this is a very important literature piece.
it's a very important piece of art in the
Mhm.
Philippines. Yes.
So
Yeah.
you were like, what was your role here? Was it a dramatic role or was this a comedy or what?
No, so this was really heavy drama
Heavy
because
drama.
yeah, the in my father's house was about the struggle of navigating the life of this Filipino family during the Japanese American War.
Okay.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
and then the politics between, like, which side are you on? So, uh,
Mm-hmm.
and I played the American wife, Christy Santa Maria,
Mm-hmm.
this family, the Santa Maria family. So I was actually playing an American
So
role.
did you audition?
I did audition.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I remember this was like I'm just trying to remember it. It's
Okay. Yeah, it's good.
quite
You still have, you can still remember it.
I did
Mm.
audition for it. And Emil Leonardo Dia is one of the most respected directors in the Philippines. Um, he came to Dumaguete, and again, like, I don't know anything about the acting world, so I'm like, I
Mhm.
just might as well just audition. And honestly, I was
Got
very
it.
childish at the time. I was very mature, didn't prepare anything, and it was like the things that I prepare for auditions here now, I would recall, like, oh my god, what was I doing back then? So I just went into the audition room without any preparation at all. Didn't even print all the sides and all that.
Oh my
So
gosh.
it was quite a journey.
Oh my God. But then you got the role. For how long was the play, running?
Oh, it was running for, I think, a month in Silliman. I can't remember now, but I'm sure it was running pretty long.
So you know what? If you're a performer at school, you are so popular. People know you. So you were that student.
Yeah, and also I was already a student teacher at this time, so I did have some students already while I was doing the play.
Yeah, and then with this information you're sharing with us, I would segue into how you came about to New York. But before that, I'd like to play your video wherein
Yeah.
you sang so beautifully in a performance. And this is something that I would have really wanted to play during Christmas, but it is still like relevant because your talent is amazing. So I'm going to show this. Let's watch this, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Chestnuts roasting in an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Yuletide carols being sung by the choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows some turkey and some mistletoe will help to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. And oh, the Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. And every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering the simple phrase from kids to 1 to 92.
And though it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you.
Wow, it's amazing.
Thank you.
So, my gosh, I love that. Thank you for sharing that with me. And so, Carl, uh, tell me about your journey from Malaysia to the US. And now you're thrust into the entertainment world. The performance, by the way, was where and when? The one that we just saw.
Yeah, that was quite a while ago.
Oh, really?
That's probably back in 2013 in that was in Kuching, Malaysia. That was
Oh, I thought that was in New York.
that
Oh my, good.
was
But that was lovely. Was that the school you created or you set up?
yeah,
Amazing.
I I think that was we the school was invited to perform for I remember this was in inside the mall, and
Mm-hmm.
so they were doing just like a Christmas bonanza.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and yeah, so our school and students actually played something and sang something.
How
Yeah.
nice. But that was great. Like you see, you're a teacher. You syllabicate very clearly. You don't eat your words as you teach your students to. I'm sure to say it well, open your mouth, and things like that. Oh my goodness. So how did you segue coming to New York from a very already flourishing career in Malaysia as a teacher of music?
Yeah, I've always wanted to perform
Mm-hmm.
in theater and be part of any theater production.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, one of my best friends in college, um, we would watch any. Do you know the term bootleg? Like and like those like
Uh-huh.
YouTube videos of Broadway shows in
Yes.
school. Um, we would watch it, and then I would remember like, oh, I just really want to be part of it. But
Oh.
again, back then in the Philippines, and I think it's quite different right now.
Mm-hmm.
We never had any like Broadway tours going into um, like performing in Manila, I think. But
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I first watched Wicked in CCP, uh,
Mm.
that just that was it. Like
Now that was your defining moment that you wanted. Wow.
I really did want to be part of it, but I was still searching like deeper why I want to be part of it. But
Mm-hmm.
um, and then through teaching and through performance, um, I think I did quite answer that question of mine.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all about like I really do want to tell stories. It's either through singing or through acting. So that was my main thing. I just like it didn't have to be. It occurred to me and it made me realize when I was here,
Yeah.
um, you know, because my dream is to still to be on Broadway, but I've
Mm-hmm.
been performing in different kinds of setup here in
Yeah,
Canada.
I've seen the like you're acting for Dear Mom, I'm Gay. So
Yes.
tell us about that.
So, Dear Mom I'm Gay was the first like full workshop that I did back in 2002. Sorry, 2022.
Uh-huh.
Um, and then got very successful after that workshop, and the creator David, um, he managed to bring this whole production for an off Broadway production. So
Great.
yeah, and then we had a run, a 2 weeks run back in July of last year.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, and it's my first off Broadway production.
So you were
Uh,
singing then? in that
I would,
show?
yeah. So
Uh-huh.
this is about a story of it is a coming out musical,
Mhm.
but and it's also a story of David, the
Mhm.
composer, the creator, and um, he had, you know, model mothers in his life,
Okay.
so he had his mother, and he had two other kind of like mothers in his life. So I played one of them,
Ooh.
and I've actually played like a sick dying mother.
Oh,
And
so it's a drama, another drama for you.
it's a comedy drama.
Oh, it is.
it,
Oh
it
my.
was it was a lot of fun. Yeah, great
I should
music
have
as
watched that. I didn't even know it. So let me flash this picture. Is this part of the? Are they part of the show, or this is
No,
different?
these are my great friends.
Oh,
So that's George
in New,
Stillabauer and Andrew Beal.
in New
Both,
York.
yes. So this was actually after we took this photo. This was after the closing um, of Dear Mom I'm Gay.
I
Um,
see. I thought they were part of the cast.
no, but they are great people.
My gosh. Now, speaking of friendship, you were like, you came here, you spread your wings into the very steep world of, entertainment, and you have friends. So, how's that? I mean, how difficult is that, or was that easy for a Filipina to do?
I think I'm just
Establishing your support network.
oh I'm very independent person,
Mm-hmm.
and but I love like connection.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I it to answer your question, it was not for me. I'm very blessed to have like friends everywhere. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I think that is a blessing to be able to connect and keep these people in your lives and
Mm-hmm.
make memories and all that. Because I've been in different productions and I'm still friends with different people, and it's also like it's it's also these friends becomes your family because I moved here alone. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
so it's like really, it's even in Malaysia. I used to be surrounded with lots of friends, and they become my family. And it's like when I moved here, it almost became like that as well. Like first, like I have friends from the Filipino community
Mm-hmm.
and in
I'll show
different
this.
community. Yeah.
I know
So
that. I know Miguel and I know Laura.
yeah,
Nicolas
there's
Solis.
this is Kevin, another actor.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
so this was
Mm-hmm.
like after we recorded uh, Andrew Beal, Andrew Beal's musical called Goodbye New York. So
Mm-hmm.
this was that's actually a very special photo
Mm-hmm.
because this was still in the height of pandemic,
Yeah, I
but
can see you wear a mask.
yeah, and this was like, I was not singing at all for 2 years, and then we had this recording, so it was almost like a great feeling of like creating
Yeah,
again with,
finally you did it again.
yeah, yeah.
So wow. So then tell me about this. Is this your support group or this is your professional group?
Oh yeah, oh my goodness. So these people are from Rooftop Musical Society. They are a
Uh-huh.
nonprofit group, theater company.
Mm-hmm.
um, so I met them because I auditioned for the show. We were doing Island Song. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it's an immersive production. So I played like one of a hell role here. Like I've never,
Really?
yeah.
What is
This
it?
was like a lot of growth, I must say, and like just really getting out of the normal things that I would do, or the normal role that
Why? What was that? What was that
I
role?
I usually audition for like if it's not a mom, it's like a kid, or like very like it's almost always like the sweet girl and all that. But
Mm-hmm.
Jordan, the one I was playing, was really challenging because she is like this ambitious lawyer, who's
Oh,
trying to make her way and in the big city. And
um,
I just felt like I somehow have her,
that's
like
you.
her.
That's partly you.
Yeah. So it was a lot of fun, playing her character.
So when you go into these roles in the US or in New York, do you go through like a workshop? Are you being prepared for the role? Is that how it is in New York? Or you just do it according to
It's
how you do
different.
it? Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's different every production, but
I see.
I think the more norm way is like, you go into audition process and all that, and then if they offer you the role, and then you go into rehearsals.
Mm-hmm.
So so I think it also depends on directors. So I've worked with directors who like specific, like, okay, this is what I want, this is what I envision.
I see.
I've also worked with, most of the time I've worked with like, more like collaborative directors who wants you to build the character with them.
I
Um,
see.
like they're very open into like what you you can do, or what you can contribute. So I love working on those because
Mhm.
and it's awesome to put more of yourself into the character.
Yeah, I agree. Because like there are directors who are really like so stiff and they want you to act according to how they want it, right? And there are also directors who let you be who gives you room to interpret according to how
Yeah.
you do it as an artist yourself. So you like
Yeah.
the latter one.
Yeah, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I tend to like both.
Oh,
uh
okay.
I think in the very beginning, as I'm still navigating the acting and you
Mm-hmm.
know acting world, it's almost nice to just be given, um
To just follow.
you just follow, and then
Uh-huh.
you learn, and then yeah. So but right now I tend to be more collaborative, like I tend to
I
like
see.
voice up more. So that was also
Yeah,
learning.
I guess. I mean, well, you're independent. You're an independent soul, so I believe you would really like more to be more collaborative. I guess. I guess. Now, let me show this. I mean, before we wrap up, Carl,
Yeah.
you watched Here Lies Love, and how was it for you as an artist? Could you give me your own your own idea or sentiment of the show, how the show was for you?
Yeah.
This is like an all Filipino production about
Absolutely.
business
Yeah.
markets and politics.
This was personally,
Mm-hmm.
this was a very exciting moment because, um, we all have different feelings about like going to audition, and, you know,
Uh-huh.
and only like strolling down on like the um the ethnicity. I can't. Sorry, I can't like fully elaborate that, but
Okay.
it was almost exciting because this is like your part of you. Like you don't even have to scream it to the world. This is like, yeah, like you're 100% like can do this.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I've watched the show 7 times.
Oh, you did. Wow.
I did on different occasions and
Why is
different.
that? Because you liked it so much?
I did,
Uh-huh.
and also because I was very fortunate enough to um, did a couple of auditions for the show, and
Uh-huh.
believe that like I almost believe that it was like, oh, that's gonna be
You
my
could
break.
have had it.
But there's so many um, people who auditioned for it, and
Mm-hmm.
absolutely could do it, as well. Uh, but just a process, and just like being able to, it was a little, it was easier.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, obviously it's easier because like it's, you don't have to research so much.
Right, right.
The
You know
word
it. Mhm.
lated. You know
You
um
know Manila.
you know the feeling of like, waking up in the barrio, and all that.
Yeah.
it's almost like, it's almost like telling your story. It's in the Broadway's in a Broadway
Oh,
stage.
that feels so. That's so
Yeah.
good to hear.
Yeah, so I was really excited about it because like
Mm-hmm.
it was like a longing of like, oh my gosh, like wow, for the first time I don't have to try to fit in. Like,
Yeah.
this
Oh,
is
yeah.
absolutely like something that I could do, and I could also express. But I watch it a lot of times because of like I have to do character study.
Mm.
uh, so Here Lies Love is a very new production. So
Mm-hmm.
from some of the auditions that I did, like all the materials, all like um, everything is online, and
Mm-hmm.
everything can be you can pretty much like study it from there. But like for this kind of show, it's very new, and you
Mm-hmm.
know, so yeah, I had a very I was very fortunate to like have like you know to do some callbacks and all that, up until the point where on the last month before they closed, I really thought that was going to be it. But
Oh.
nevertheless, like I'm very proud of the show, and I'm still dreaming of being part of it. Um, Hopefully, if they produce it again.
Uh-huh. Oh,
Um,
I'm sure you will. You deserve to be there.
yeah,
Yes.
it's
Yes.
something. Yeah, and I really yearn for, again, like telling stories, and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that this would be a greatest dream to tell the story of where I'm from and the
Correct. Wow.
resilience of Filipinos. Yeah.
Amazing. So, what do we expect from you this year? What's Carla Mongado going to do in terms of performing or teaching? Tell us about it.
Yeah, I just did a 3-month gig in
Mm-hmm.
Wisconsin, and that was amazing. And that was I it really taught me a lot of like um like just pushing yourself. And because it was a very challenging contract.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have a lot of people to cover when we get sick. um
Oh, okay.
and I was also very blessed to not be sick for the whole entire contract. So that was amazing. I don't know how I did it, but it
So
was.
this was like what months?
Oh, we started in October for rehearsals. We had a
Uh-huh.
month long rehearsal, and then we ran the show for 2 months, and we
Wow,
had 10 shows every week. So that's a
that's a
killer.
lot.
That's a
That's
lot.
yeah.
But so many people, and I think the question is like, I've met so many people that have done cruise,
Mm-hmm.
um, and have done a lot of dinner shows and variety shows. So I that experience definitely, uh, like I do want to do another contract like similar to that.
Mm-hmm.
um, and so I'm just like trying again, like going back into audition, and just trying to put myself out there again.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of
This
course.
time- yeah, but then this time I'm not just like limiting myself just in the city, but like I just also want to see other side of the states,
Mm-hmm.
and through performance and traveling, and doing tour. So that's something I am kind of like praying and just wishing.
Of
Yeah.
course, that's going to happen this year. It's like it just started. So, and you already, I'm sure you are being eyed to perform this and that for New York and many other in many other states. So, all the best to you, Carla, and thank you so much for your time with me. It's been wonderful to see you in the new year in the city, and so that finally we're able to do this conversation. So all the
Yeah.
best. And I'll see you around. Actually, there's something brewing, ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen, with our organization and Carla. So just keep no, be in tune, and we will inform you in a matter of months that there's going to be something wonderful going to happen. So Carla, as a performer and as a teacher, she's here, and she is here to do her best as a performer and make us all proud and happy with her talent and music. So Carla, all the best to you, and all the best to your team as well. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
joining
Thank
us,
you so much,
ladies and
Marvin.
gentlemen. Yes, Carla Mongado, ladies and gentlemen, and take care of yourselves and take care of each other. We'll see you again in another episode of Conversations with MM. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Carl. Thank you.
Thank you.
I wanna be where the people are. I wanna see them dancing, walking along the roads. What do you call them? Oh, the heaven, and they just sing hallelujah. And heaven, and they just sing. And heaven. Smile, wave goodbye, and pray to the sky. Oh God, and what will my parents say? Can I go in there and say, I know that I'm letting you down? Oh, night when Christ was born. Oh, night divine. Oh, night. Oh, night divine. Hooray, the streets here. My head, a score of subjects, a stream of themes for me to learn. While I turn, yearning for something more. I designed for every time I was advised to fall in line by some sack of wood and pride. Then I would find my way up. Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun. Wandering free, wish I could be part of that world. Oh, night divine. Oh, night divine.
Bye.